son's example, who was a fighter pilot in the Air Force.
Yeah.
And, well, he got a stroke when he was 39. And, of course, it was very bad in his case that, you know, he got medical attention after 26 hours. But, you know, in spite of the fact that initial stages of his life, you know, a year or 6 months, I would say, were very difficult. But then here he was, totally committed to life. You know, he was married, he had 2 small children, and this boy, out of his sheer strength of will, has come out of it so well. And I think a lot of mental, you know, strength at times, and the will to get on and not be dependent.
No, absolutely. You know, I mean, like I said, this mental rehearsal about imagining that the brain does not know what it is actually doing and what it is actually imagining. There have been huge studies on stroke patients where they've been told to observe and watch people exercising. You know, people first said that, okay, you did this imaging and the volume of the cells increased, you know, of the finger, when the piano players who are not actually playing the piano, their mapping increased. They actually did another experiment where they actually made people lift weights, and after a month they measured the size of the muscle and compared it with people who imagined they were lifting weights, and their size had also increased. Which means that if I give that message to my brain, the brain will give the message of firing new neurons and new connections will be made.
No, you see, it took him time to get over it.
Yes.
Because here he was a fighter pilot, and he thought he'll become a pilot in the civil lines, you know, because he's so passionate.
You know, there are these 5 stages. You know, if a person is diagnosed with an illness, the first reaction is denial. You know, oh, this can't be happening to me. Now, when they can't go past their denial, then comes anger. Why the hell has it happened to me?
In
right?
his case, it was defiance.
No. But listen, the third stage is your bargaining. You know, okay, God, I'll leave smoking, but please don't let this happen to me. The 4th stage is depression, and the 5th stage is acceptance. So actually, when people are very depressed in the illness, I tell them, hey, you're only 1 step away from acceptance. So denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance. So you watch people going through these phases, and you encourage them that, okay, you move from this phase, you move to the 2nd phase, you move to the 3rd phase, and once you reach that acceptance, that's when your healing will get unlocked.
Yeah, but you also, I think, need somebody supporting you.
Absolutely,
you know?
that's what I said.
I think we should ask somebody else. I'm sorry, I have to cut it off.
You know, because in this case, he now, after all that, you know, he did his MBA, he's doing his PhD now.
Fantastic.
Because he did not want to
be dependent.
That's fantastic.
Sit back.
That's very good. Anybody else would like to ask any questions, please?
In the nights, you know, they have this feeling of fear and they start shouting or something. Can you suggest an exercise for that?
Fear, you have to explain to them, depending on the age of the child. FEAR is false events appearing real. You have to explain what fear means. And I get fearful if I have a negative expectation. If I have a positive expectation, my fear moves to something else. So if I look at my expectations, whenever I'm feeling fearful, it means that I have a negative expectation of something. But this is for how small children are you talking about? Or whenever they are fearful, please remember that they must be having a negative expectation of something. So they need to upgrade their expectation. They need to raise their highs and raise their lows.
I think this would be an end to the interactive session. I would just like to present a token of appreciation to you, sir.
I extend my vote of thanks on behalf of Ficci Ladies Organization. Respected Dr. Chopra, thank you for gracing this occasion, giving such a fabulous insight on mind, body, spirit connection. I'm sure some part of each one of us has got a healing touch, a lot of awareness, one can say so to begin with. Alternate medicine was never needed more than, in times like today, when there is an overload of synthetic medicine. A complete U-turn to traditional healing is a definite refreshing shift that we have experienced. Special thanks to our most valued invitees. Also like to acknowledge the presence of past chairs. Our sincere thanks to media for an excellent coverage program after program. Thank you, Team Flow, for your unconditional support in putting this program together. Finally, like to place on record heartfelt thanks to the staff of Hotel Trident for their perfect logistic support. Thank you so much.
I would also like to thank the, the events and management committee which this year has been formed. Shilpa Datla, Priyanka Agarwal, Radhika Bansal. They've done an amazing job. I'm telling you, 60 to 70 ladies had confirmed, and about, I could guess, 120 have come, and the way they've handled it, hats off to them. A big clap to them. Thank you so much. Would request the executive committee members to please come on the stage for a picture, please.